You know, I've been thinking about a lot of things lately. And one of the main things I've been pondering in my mind is what do we do with all the things that we absorb over a day? Because honestly, we take in a lot.
Oh, yes, we do.
The conversations, the pressures, the stress, anxiety, but also the beauty, the incredible moments, the aha moments. We're absorbing. My guest today has been doing exactly that thought process for the last 30 years. What I'm catching up to right now, she's been working on it for decades. She has figured out how to actually transmute all of that capacity into something very beautiful. Sumayyah Al Suwaidi, welcome. Emirati visual artist, curator, fashion designer, entrepreneur, Abu Dhabi based, we were just chatting about. In the space of digital art since 1996, we're going to be talking about that. Auctions at Christie's, shown at Sotheby's, work across UAE, UK, US, China, France. Masters in arts and creative industries. The director of the Cultural and Creative Centers for the Ministry of Culture. 5 children. Oh my gosh. Welcome.
Thank you.
Welcome. And your beautiful Emirates Woman cover that just came out recently as well.
Thank you.
This month.
Yes.
April month. Yeah. But here's what I want to talk about today. And I'm going to let you talk a lot. I'm going to be quiet now. You described your paintings as a daily diary. You inhale what happens during the day and you exhale it through your art. Now, this is not how most people speak about creative practices, and you're in both the business and the art of creative practices. The language you're using is more akin to things in spirituality, meditation, etc. So today we want to talk about the creative practice and how it teaches us in attention, how we metabolize these experiences. So take me back. This is where we're going to start. Take me back to being 16, sitting next to your cousin and watching them work on software and thinking, this is magical.
Oh my God, that was such an experience. So shout out to my cousin Noura.
Shout out Noura.
Yeah, Noura, she was the one who started it all. She is 3 years older than I am. So when I was 16, she was in her first year in the Higher Colleges of Technology in Dubai.
Amazing.
And she majored in graphic design. So one weekend I'm there watching her do what she does. And I was just mesmerized. I said, what is this magic? What are you doing? And she said, this is called graphic design. I'm majoring in it in college and this is what I'm studying. And she started explaining it to me. I remember going home and I asked my aunt to buy me a computer.
Just like that,
straight away. And I said, I need it. And she said, why? Because I want to create. I just felt like I needed to create. I didn't know what I'm supposed to be creating, but I needed to create. I needed to have a space where I can express.
Enter you're 16. Like, hello. It's really, I think Photoshop came out in 1995, if I'm not mistaken.
I think even before, because there was Photoshop even before that. I think with Photoshop 1 and 2. You know what? My husband is here, Jalal Luqman, who launched the digital art in the UAE. So he would know best.
But my point is, you're right at the beginning.
Yeah, I came 10 years after him.
Okay.
So he was into it way before me.
Oh my gosh.
Yes.
Okay, that's another podcast.
So the first digital art exhibition that happened in the Middle East was in Abu Dhabi, the Culture Foundation by Jalal Luqman in 96.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow.
So you can imagine how...
Yeah, there was a lead up to that.
Yes. And which also opened doors for me.
Amazing.
Because who knew digital art back then? And why would people accept it?
Absolutely.
Everybody was into traditional painting. And if you didn't hold the brush in your hand and paint on a canvas, then it's not art.
Wallah. You know, when we came, 2006, photography was falcons, deserts.
Yes.
You were way before that. So explain, give me like an insight into what that was like.
Yeah.
You got your computer.
Yes.
Then what happened?
Then what happened was I started playing around with the softwares that I had and creating things and images. Then I started looking up online, where can I post them? 'Cause I don't know. And I'm creating work, but I'm keeping it, saving it in my computer. Don't know where to post. So then I found out there were forums back then.
Yeah.
Where artists would get together, talk online, email each other, images, work, things like that. So I started doing that.
Amazing.
And I had my designs up there. And people who were just normal people coming in just to chat would ask me to design their avatar.
No.
So so I would do that. And then after that came the website. I said, I have to have my own website.
Yeah.
So by 1998, I already had my website
That's
up and running, and
amazing.
I taught myself HTML coding.
You did not.
Because how would I know how to create a
When's
website?
your birthday?
17th November 1980. So
I thought you may
I'm a
be
Scorpio.
around me. You're a Scorpio. So it's being shown now that there are certain birthdays who have these technological affinities. We have to look into this numerology.
So yeah, so
But
I taught
definitely
myself
you
HTML.
have. That's amazing.
Yeah, so I was coding my own website.
No way.
So by 1998, I finished high school, went to college,
Yeah.
and I really wanted to study fine arts.
Amazing.
And I asked my dad, I wanted fine arts, I wanted AUS, American University of Sharjah. So the reply was, no daughter of mine will sleep outside the house.
Oh my gosh. At least he didn't say no daughter of mine will study fine arts.
So, and then he said, but you know, why fine arts? I said, because I love arts and I've been
Yeah.
already doing it.
Yeah.
So then he says, well, you have your opportunities in Abu Dhabi. Choose what colleges you want in Abu Dhabi. And that year in 1998, I remember Zayed University has just opened. So we haven't seen any graduates from there.
Oh my gosh.
We don't know what's the review. We don't know what's the feedback.
Yeah.
How is it? How's it going to be? And what was already set and done is the higher colleges of technology.
Oh, amazing.
And their system was learn by doing. And I believe it still is. It's learn by doing. It's more than just read and write essays. No, you have a lot of practical work.
Amazing.
And that is something that I also love, and it's already well known. And the girls who graduate from there, it's easy for them to find jobs, which I was also looking forward to because I wanted to make my own money.
I would say that you're fairly independent-minded.
So that's what happened. I went to the Higher College of Technology. They didn't have fine arts. The same thing like my cousin. I did graphic design, but I also majored in media production, radio production, photography.
Amazing.
So I studied all of these things, including mass communication, marketing, and public relations, which made it easy for me to find a job.
Lovely.
But it wasn't easy.
No, of course, there's a lot of
No, it
things
wasn't
there.
easy.
Yeah.
I applied in Etisalat, I applied in ADNOC, and I applied so many different places. But my portfolio, as good as it was,
Yeah.
and as much as I was using every summer job, every summer vacation to just sit in Abu Dhabi and do a summer job, although my father didn't like it.
I'm
He's like, why are you going for a summer job? Because I want experience. Why do you need this experience? For my portfolio. No, I'll give you the money that you want for the summer job. You don't need to go. I say, no, I have to go.
Yeah.
So although I had a very good portfolio, still it wasn't easy for me to get jobs.
Actually, nothing is easy. That's the reality. There's too much emphasis on comfort and things being easy.
Yeah.
There needs to be more adoption of the practice of actually.
But see, I'll tell you this. I went to a few interviews where I had friends and colleagues from school
Yeah.
and university, because we all graduated at the same time.
Okay.
And because they were, let me say, they were prettier than I was. Or I
Excuse
am.
me?
They got the job. We would go to the same interview. Literally to the same interview. It happened to me twice. To the same interview, wallah. And she would be in the interview before me, and my portfolio is much better and bigger.
I'm actually shocked that you're talking about this.
Wallah. And then because she's prettier, she gets the job.
What year are we talking about? Early 2000s?
2002.
2002. Okay.
yeah,
well,
yeah.
hopefully things have changed, people.
No, I'm sure it
I would
has
say
changed.
so.
Yes,
You're
yes.
in a pretty good place right now.
But back then, it was tough.
And how did that
And-
make you feel?
Oh my God. The thing is, imagine once I had this lady at the reception telling me, do you see the girl who was in before you? And I say, yes. She said, she's going to get it, not you.
Ya Allah.
Wallah. And I said,
What?
why? She said, can't you see she's so pretty?
Oh my gosh. Slap you twice. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, but I didn't give up. I said, you know what? Allah will give me what I deserve. I'll work hard, which I did. And I ended up in an internship in Abu Dhabi television for 9 months. They paid me back then 3,000 dirhams.
Khalas, you're an open book. Bring it on.
Yeah, 3,000 dirhams per month as an intern.
Amazing.
And then 3 months, when I finished my 9 months, I expected to be khalas, yani working there. They'll give me an offer.
Yeah.
Because then my salary goes from 3,000 to 15,000.
Okay, now we're talking.
So, but that didn't happen immediately.
Oh my God.
I had to wait, and
my
I waited for 3 months. I worked with no pay, nothing, for 3 months. But after those 3 months, I got the job and I got the 15K.
Amazing.
So back then I was receiving more than my friends who were working in other companies.
Amazing.
I was like, yes.
Amazing.
So
That's
yeah, and I did
win,
it.
baby.
But they stepped up the ladder very quickly and I didn't.
Okay.
I think the way the environment that it was set up back then, and also I was very comfortable in the freedom that I was getting.
Exactly,
So me being
yes.
a creative person in the art scene with my artworks and also my business, I just wanted that freedom. I wanted, okay, I'll go to work, finish my 8 hours, leave, and in between I can leave and come back.
I mean, this is tremendous.
Yes,
If
yes.
you are entrepreneurial, to be having
Exactly.
that.
That freedom was very important for me.
Yeah, yeah.
So that's why I was very comfortable where I was doing my job, and I didn't care about the extra money or the extra salary or the promotions because of that, because it was supporting me in doing other things during the day.
Yeah, but this is a level of awareness and also long vision that is, you know, these things you talk about them very just passing, like they're just passing things. These are massive superpowers that at a very young age, you had them very innately. I don't feel like these have been taught to you, these values. There's something that's coming from within.
Yeah, actually my dad was, no, don't open a business. It's a headache. Why would you just stay with your job? My mom was the same, just stay with your job. Why would you want to enter a business? If you do enter a business, you have to be on top of it 100%. You can't
It's a lot.
Yeah, you can't be half-half.
Entrepreneurship is a lot.
But I insisted. I opened my business in 2004.
Amazing.
When I was 23,
Mashallah.
and thank God for banks because I had to take a loan, and I did that.
At 23.
Yeah, but my friends back then would buy expensive cars. I got me a little Peugeot because I didn't want to spend money on a car, but I wanted it on a business. Because when I went into the workforce, I looked at myself and I said, no, I want to be my own boss.
Good for you.
I don't want to be a slave of a job for the rest of my life.
But you were willing to take on what that means, because most people are not really willing to take it all on, right?
Yes.
Let's face it.
Yes.
You know, you've got the yearning for freedom, but no willingness to take on the responsibility of freedom. You know?
Yeah.
And entrepreneurship, they say, teaches you more about yourself than anything. It's that willingness to be constantly self-improving, putting yourself in really risky, difficult situations and working things out.
That's very true.
The general person hears this and runs the other way, as you know, as fast as they can, because it's really a lot.
It
and
is
the
a lot,
obsession
yes.
with comfort and, you know, not having anything that's going to be too uneasy is rife. And I think what's happening now, what we've been through, the AI transformation, all these things that are happening are really ruffling feathers.
True. And what helped me later on in my career and my business was getting married to an artist.
Oh my gosh. How's the home
He's an
life,
artist, he's
Sumayyah?
an entrepreneur.
2 artists.
The house is all white. There are no paintings up.
La?
Yeah, no.
Why is that?
Because then it will be like a competition
Oh
between
my
who's putting
God.
whose work up, you know?
We can't have one room each. I'm doing small galleries.
So yes, there was a time in the house where the house became a gallery, like a
Yeah.
storage for his work and my work.
Oh my gosh.
But then we ended up taking the work into a storage, and that's a different story because that storage also burnt, and it
Oh
burnt
my-
all the work that was inside.
Oh my gosh.
Yes, yes.
When did this happen?
This happened in 2024, صح? Jalal, 2024?
You're joking.
When the warehouse burnt? In May.
What happened?
And it hit him more than me because with him it was his sculptures and his mixed media pieces and everything. So
Oh
that's
my
also a
God.
long.
No, this is
different story.
heartbreaking. How did you guys make it through this?
Well, it was tough. It was tough, and it was at a time where he was also preparing for his retrospective. So,
Oh my.
so it went from a retrospective to a whole new exhibition about holding on and continuing
Resilience.
and continuing the path.
Okay. So what was the silver lining?
You don't give up. We don't give up. The UAE doesn't give up. We learn not to give up. That's it. And you continue. You get up and fight.
Wow, that was a major curveball. I did not know that there was a warehouse fire and
So
all your
until
work
today,
was
when they
there.
come and they ask me, Sumayyah, we have this exhibition, I tell them, sorry, I don't have anything available.
La,
Wallah, I don't have anything available.
but you're gonna make some more work?
It depends
or-
on the exhibition. So if I
Okay.
do get invited into a show and they need a painting, then yes. Otherwise, I work and I save and I leave it in my PC. That's it.
Okay, so you have described your paintings as this daily diary, which I really love this. Do you ever look back at one piece, whether it still exists or not, and recognize the emotional state that you were in?
Oh yeah, of course, because it hits hard.
Yeah,
The reason why I paint is because I'm going through something.
yeah.
So most of the times, those are the ones that sell immediately.
Oh, no way.
Because it takes a lot of my emotions.
And do you
And-
find the person who purchases it feels that emotional connection?
They do feel it, and they also interpret it their own way.
Oh, nice. Can
Which
they
is also nice.
articulate it, or it's just a feeling?
No, they do articulate,
That's amazing.
which is beautiful.
And
this
do
is-
you bond
this
over
is-
this? I mean, do you know the people?
Oh, some yes, and others I've forgotten. It's been so many years.
But it's
Yani, I even
amazing.
remember a guy who, just from my website, he emailed me and he said, I want to buy one of your paintings for my sister for her birthday.
Oh my gosh.
And he bought a 1.5 meter piece that he said, I'm sure she will fall in love with this. She's a love, she loves paintings and she loves the arts, and she's never, bought a piece. So I want to buy one for her.
Nice size.
And
I like it.
he was a Lebanese guy.
Yeah.
And the beautiful thing is that he thought of a painting from an Emirati artist would do
Yeah.
the job, would do the trick, would make his sister happy. I don't know. I was thinking, why didn't he think of buying it from a Lebanese artist, for
Yeah,
example?
interesting. But maybe it was the
know?
emotional connection.
Exactly.
Maybe it
Something
was-
that he saw in the painting
Yes.
that reminded him of his sister.
And do you remember that painting? Do you remember how you were feeling when you made it?
Yes, yes.
What was the emotion?
My God, I remember at that time I was transitioning from me being an artist in group shows
Okay.
to a solo.
Oh,
So I needed that jump,
okay.
to develop myself and be a more, I wouldn't say educated, but more aware
Yeah.
of what I'm doing and
Yeah.
where my path is taking me, because you can experiment a lot,
Yes.
but at the end you need to find your way. So
Yeah.
for my solo, I needed that.
And it's a big jump, isn't it?
It is. It's a very serious one too, because
Yeah.
then خلاص you have your stamp.
Yeah.
So if people see that style, خلاص, they know this is Sumayyah's style.
I feel that has really been cultivated. But do you feel that there was a crossroad or a turning point or a moment that you were like, this is what I want to do?
Yes, because when I started with mainly abstract with some kind of surrealism into it, but also it is abstract because
Yes.
I thought people would like that more.
Ah.
But it wasn't satisfying me. So that's when the solo came and
Yes.
the change came, yes.
And when the solo came, you made it all about you?
Yeah, and it was in 2007 in Ghaf Art Gallery in Abu Dhabi.
And how was
And
the
I curated
response?
it myself.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm glad that the gallery agreed to let me curate my own exhibition.
That's a lot.
And that opened another career for me. It opened the curator career for me.
Inti, you have this incredible boundless energy, and I feel you, although we all do have an ego, I feel like you have yours very much in control, or you know, a healthy relationship with it.
Yes.
You know, just the fact that you were able to play those two roles and put the critical thinking on yourself is a very unusual place to be. How have you adapted that awareness?
I don't know. I think it's just feeling that I needed to do it.
Yeah.
I needed to make that leap of faith, actually.
Yeah.
Because I didn't know how people will react to it or respond to it. And alhamdulillah, they responded really well. And I sold most of those paintings. I don't have them anymore. I do have one that is in one of my friend's house. She has it in her living room.
Amazing.
So whenever I go to her house, I ask her, can you sell it back to me?
Oh, she'll never let it
And
go.
she's like, no, I'm never selling it, because she bought it back when it was 1,500 dirhams,
Now,
which is nothing.
it's a good investment.
So now if I buy it back and then sell it again, I'll make serious money.
yeah.
So I said, she's like, no, never.
Wow. Yeah, you're an amazing character. So we've got this whole art life. We've got a government life, which is very purpose-driven as well, being part of the shifting of the UAE art scene and creative industries. And you're also a mom of 5 kids. I mean, I don't want to talk about the cliche of work-life balance.
Yeah.
No. I want to talk about you in those roles. Are you the same person in those roles, or do you have like different sides?
Oh, يعني as a mom,
Yeah.
I'm the villain.
Amazing.
As a mom, I'm the villain, I'm the dictator, I'm the one who... I treat my house like a military camp.
I love it.
Yeah,
time is precious.
And the father is the one who jokes around and plays with them and says, don't worry about this, don't worry about that. But I'm the one who's very, very strict at home.
Okay, strict at home. What about at work?
Very strict about the projects I handle.
I'm sure.
Yeah, I like them to be before time and perfect.
Amazing.
Especially if it's coming out of my department, then it has to be done really well.
I have
Or
no
no,
doubt in
or it's
your
not going to happen.
capabilities and managerial style. Absolutely. So then, as an artist, is it a more gentle approach? This is very hard line.
Yes.
When it comes to yourself and your own self-expression, is it as hard line?
No. For me, it's very easy to just express while I'm sitting on my, my desk and working.
Yeah.
And sometimes with tears.
Wow.
Because it's very stressful to run
Wow.
everything at the same time and to go through everything at the same time. Very.
Yeah, it's a lot.
And for me, I always say, if I wasn't an artist, I'll be a boxer. I'll have a punching bag in my room, which I will punch on a daily basis.
Oh my gosh.
Because people make you angry.
Yeah.
And dealing with people is not easy.
No.
And dealing with artists is not easy because
No.
artists are moody.
Very.
And then you have at work, your colleagues are also moody. It depends on what is their home situation, what is their mental state, and you have to deal with all of that, and at the same time be nice, be courteous, smiling, accepting, listening.
So I see where the punching bag comes into it.
So yeah, we're all humans. We all are made of different kinds and types of mood.
Yeah.
And you
Yeah.
can't judge.
No.
Even for myself, sometimes I go to work leaving home while I'm upset.
Yeah.
So I get to work and I do my best not to show it.
Have you?
And I hope that I succeed. I hope I know all the people I know and I work with. I hope that
the people that work with
they
you,
never
what they will
felt
tell
it. I hope
Your
they
kids
never-
will tell you. No, but I think that shows this very generous spirit that you have. So your artwork, literally, it's your me time. It's,
Yes.
it's what's saving you.
Yes,
let's
it
say.
is my me time, and I love keeping it that way. I
Yeah.
love my me time. I always
Yeah.
say, please leave me alone. Now it's my me time. Yes.
Oh my gosh, I love it. Okay, you said if your art doesn't give you a bite of electricity, it's not art.
Yes.
It's decor. I love this. How do you know when you've crossed that line? A bite of electricity, I love that expression. What does this electricity feel like in the real life moments?
It has to give you some kind of emotion, some kind of
Yeah.
reaction. So let's say when I went through an accident, a major serious accident.
Oh my gosh.
So that period of time, it was back in 2018.
Wow.
And the paintings that came out at that time, you will look at them and you say, okay, they're beautiful, they mean something, but still for me, it's a lot of emotions that came out.
Wow.
You know, it's definitely not easy, and having that space and having the support at home
Yeah.
to give me that space
Yeah.
is very important.
Yeah.
And I thank my husband for that, to be honest, because
How long have you been married?
this June it will be 20 years.
MashaAllah. That's amazing. And
So-
how old are all the kids?
I have 3 stepchildren,
Oh, okay.
which I raised. And then I have Sultan and Salama.
Amazing.
Sultan is in the military at the moment, doing the military
My
service.
goodness.
And Salama is in grade 12. She's graduating this year, inshallah.
Amazing. How's she feeling?
Oh, she's very excited. She
Yeah.
can't wait to finish school.
You know, I think it's funny how as human beings, we always want to move on to that next stage, don't we?
Yes, yes. I remember I was the same. I was like, oh my God, when am I going to be done with this?
Yeah.
I want to start my life.
Yeah.
And I tell her, you have to start your business while you're still in university.
Oh, you're encouraging entrepreneurship?
Yes, of course. Because she already did.
Amazing.
She already started. She was doing her own line of accessories. She designs her T-shirts. And I
Oh,
said,
that's
So
amazing.
you have to start now, because by the time you graduate, you have a successful business.
Oh, no, you're
already running
I couldn't
something.
agree more.
And you don't have to look for a job. You have your own job already set and ready for you.
Amazing. And they have a wonderful support system.
Alhamdulillah, yes,
Yes. Yeah.
And I remember my son, when he was little, he would draw and put his drawings on the wall and put $100 million and the sign of
Habibi.
dollars. And I tell him, Sultan, what is this? He says, dollars. I said, okay, at least dirhams. He's like, no, it is dollars.
I like it. Good exchange rate.
And of course, that is between him and his dad.
I
you know,
love
all
that.
of these things.
So, Inti, you went door to door to galleries. You were carrying your work and just begging to be seen at one stage.
Yes.
Now you're telling...
That's before my solo.
Yeah, this is right. Well, we're going way back. Now, you're now telling your children to put themselves in that same situation, right?
Yes.
You're saying, okay, you're studying, fine, but do something, start something. I think I would argue it's a lot easier today than back then,
Yes, very much.
right?
Yes, and the least thing you can do is use your credit card to subscribe on Shopify. And then Shopify will give you so many tips on
The resources.
how can you make
Yeah,
money while
yeah.
you're just sitting at home.
Literally.
So what are we doing?
I think now, if you have an idea and you know what you want to do, there has never been an easier time or an easier environment
True.
to make things happen. I think the most issue that people have is they don't know what they want to do.
That's true. That's true. Because a lot of people come to me and say, I'm scared. Okay, I tell them, take the word scared out of your dictionary. Never say scared.
Yeah.
Believe in yourself and take the leap of faith. If you fail, you learned something. But if you make it, you've made it. So what's
Maybe
so
you
wrong
will
with that?
appreciate this. I was working on these reframe exercises because, I feel like a lot of people are anxious at the moment. And they were saying, what if when your heart is excited, because you get excited, you get this speed up of your heartbeat when you're anxious or whether you're excited. It's the same vibe. So in any instance, if you just think of that feeling of anxiety, let's say,
Yes.
as your heart giving you a round of applause. And I was like, oh my
Oh,
gosh,
that's
that's very
nice.
cute. Yeah. So I immediately...
I never thought of it that way.
Right? So
Yeah.
it's these reframing moments because I really believe everything is perspective. I'm an eternal optimist, not in a
Alhamdulillah,
silly
yeah.
way, in a very self-advantageous way. And I immediately went home and I told this to my 2 boys. I've got boys at home, 10 and 12, and I've got 2 at
Mashallah.
university in Sydney. One studying
Mashallah.
fine arts.
Oh, amazing.
My daughter's in her 3rd year. She has her graduation this year,
Mashallah.
painting.
Might work with her in the future.
Well, yes,
Yeah.
she'll be coming back soon.
Inshallah.
But I think there's an art in reframing things. And I think it's something, hearing your story, it's something you've been able to do.
And you work
The
around
whole way
things,
through.
and even if they tell you no, you can't,
Yeah.
or no, you're not allowed.
Yes.
You work through it.
You
around
work
it.
through
Yes.
it. You work
If
through
there is
it.
a will, there is a way.
Yes.
That's my motto. That's what I believe in.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. You will have your family telling you, no, you can't do this. You will have, for example, a husband, a brother. It doesn't matter. You find ways around it.
Well, it's easy for you to say. I would argue that you've practiced that since a young age,
Yes,
and you've
yes.
built up those skills of
Yes.
resilience, because I really do believe they are skills. And again, there is now a need to nurture those skills.
True.
How,
I
Yeah,
I
tell
even
me.
remember when I used to carry the camera out of the house,
Yeah.
going for a film production.
Yeah.
Because we had to submit, we had to, submit our films for the media production major class.
Yeah.
And my father would see me walking out with the
He
camera.
must
I was
have
like, "Where
died.
are you
What
going?
are you doing?"
What are you doing?"
Yeah.
And I said, "I have a film to finish." And he says,
Have you?
"No." I said, "Yes." So I still remember when I went to college to sign up which major I'll take.
Yeah.
And then I already told him, I will do what my cousin did. I'll do applied media studies.
Amazing.
Because خلاص, I will study graphic design. You don't want me to study fine arts in Sharjah.
Yeah.
So I'll do graphic design.
Yeah.
What else? I don't have another option. And he says, no applied media studies. Because it's media.
How did you get around that?
So I go to college. And the lady gives me the piece of paper and she says, okay, sign up. Which major would you like? And I signed applied media studies.
Oh my gosh.
So I get home and then my dad says, what did you sign? I said, applied media studies. Oh, he was so angry that day.
Did we have a period of silent treatment?
A silent treatment. I'm not allowed to go out of the house.
Oh my gosh.
All of these things. Why? Because he was very upset with me. You're grounded.
But it's crazy to think of it. Okay, fast forward to today.
But see, the thing is that's beautiful about my dad. He
Yeah.
believes that girls have to be educated.
Okay,
He believes that
we're good with that.
yes, girls have to have their degree.
Yeah, good.
So there's no way he would stop me from going to college. Both of his sisters studied in the UK.
Amazing.
So they all have international
and
degrees.
at that time.
Yes,
yeah.
yes, and I'm talking about the 70s.
Yes.
So when the 80s came, his sisters were already back here. And my aunt Fatima, who is the first female Emirati to work in ADNOC
No way.
in 84,
Oh my gosh.
she's the one who raised me.
Wow.
So my personality comes from her. I learned a lot from her.
That's amazing.
She took me in since I was 3 years old.
Amazing.
And this is why I am the way I am. It's because of her.
Wow, well,
And then he sees his sister and he sees me.
yeah. And then he's really
like-
tormented. At that point, he's like, okay, she's going to do whatever she wants.
So stopping me from going to college, no way.
No
you
way.
know, that's not in his book and that's not what he believes in.
Yeah.
And he believes in, no, women have to be educated. They have to have their own, independence. Exactly like his father, exactly like the rest of the family. But there are certain things where where he says, no, I don't want her to be in the media. I don't want her pictures to be up. I don't want other families to see,
Yes.
my
yes.
daughter and all of these things. Back then, this is the way they were thinking.
Definitely.
Now it's not the same, but there are still some families, they're still the same.
You still facing small pushbacks here and there?
Me personally, no.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Because when I was done,
Alas, you broke through everything.
And once I was done, my sister was going to college.
Yeah.
My dad told her, study what your sister studied.
I love it.
And
That was good.
and because I broke also the barrier of a driving license.
Did you?
Yes, because I was not allowed to drive.
Oh my gosh.
What would the people say?
Oh my
His daughter
gosh.
driving? It's a no-no.
But you were young in there.
Yeah, and then in that, my mom supported me.
In your little Peugeot. Oh my gosh, little entrepreneur.
So my mom supported me with the license, and then my aunt supported me with the car.
Amazing.
And all this women,
Women's empowerment.
Exactly, and supporting each other. So when that was done, my sister was 18. She was already allowed to have her license and drive.
Oh my gosh, thank goodness for you. You really
So I opened a lot of doors.
You're like the Olympian with the torch. You're like, okay, here you go. What's been your most proud moment? Something really incredible you can think of where you felt proud?
Oh, so many proud moments.
Sure.
So many proud moments. I received a lot of awards, a lot of recognitions. Being a mother, opening my business. When I got married, I was very proud of marrying my husband.
Amazing.
Proud of my family. And now I see my dad in me in a lot of things.
That's interesting.
In a lot of things.
Okay, wait a sec. You said that very passing by, but that's big.
Yes, because I'm now the one that is, no, my daughter will not sleep out of the house. No, you're not allowed to do that. No, you're not supposed to have your picture up until you are someone. All of these things. Now I see my dad in me. Now I understand his point of view.
Sure.
Yes.
But
some things, of course, it's normal. But خلاص, we're over that. Sitting in a coffee shop or going to the cinema or driving. This became normal now.
Of course.
But still, I can't imagine my kids studying abroad and.
But then you see, even the fact that you have incredible metacognition. You have it. Even the fact that you're able to see your father in yourself, but sit with that very nicely and appreciate Fatima's role and also your own role and see all these different sides. I mean, that's wow. That's incredible. How do you interpret the relationships that you build, because you have you've put out a vast net in terms of the life you've created for yourself. Yes, and you've created this life. Nobody has forced any of these decisions upon you. That is clear. How do you interpret the world around you? Like getting back to your connection with art, or is there something else? Because I'm seeing you in so many capacities. My intro was just a few seconds. It doesn't even sum up your achievements, but I'm really interested in the concept of self-awareness and metacognition, and how people of success are able to cultivate this self-awareness and these relationships with themselves that help them through everything and anything. Tell me about your relationship with yourself.
No, I think what you said of being optimistic and positive, and this is what works for me very well. Since I was a kid, I was always positive, I was always optimistic. Having a safe place where you can be yourself, that's very important. Your me time is very important. Having someone whom you can talk to. We can't build a life alone. You can't be successful alone. No way. You opened a business, I opened a business, we're running. The thing is, still we needed support.
Yeah, of course.
We needed that someone with us. Not only one person, the sisters, the brothers, the parents, the aunts, the friends. Everyone plays a role in your life.
Yeah.
Even if just someone picking up the phone, talking to someone for you.
100%.
So no one says, well, I did it all on my own. No. And I didn't do it on my own. I needed help. I needed support. Yes, the drive was there. And it's still there.
Yeah, absolutely.
And yes, I am a very positive person, but whenever I'm down, I have a place where I can take it out. Some people don't. And this is why I always tell people, find your place. Find something where you can, maybe a hobby.
Yeah.
Maybe it's yoga.
Yeah.
I can't stand yoga. I tried.
I was gonna say,
oh my God, I can't. No. Yeah, no. I tried it once. My friend was telling me, Sumayyah, you have to try it. It's really good for you. You're a Scorpio. You are always heated. You have this extra energy. And I said, okay, I'll go and I try it. My God, I wanted just to
you couldn't
die.
No.
No.
Okay, fine.
Because
so we're not a yoga girl.
The entire thing was too quiet for me.
Yeah.
inhaling and exhaling and take a deep breath. It's like, I cannot do this.
But well, hold up, wait a second. I'm going to challenge you here.
I just couldn't.
Because this inhale and exhale is how you talk about your art.
Yeah, but that's when I am painting.
So maybe you're an art yogi.
No, wait. I am a Zumba yogi.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Put me in Zumba and I will forget everything. I will not even remember a single phone call, an email, or something that I have to do. I
That's
will be
beautiful.
just standing on my feet. I'll be dancing onto a nice, quick beat song.
Lovely.
So I will not think of anything. But put me in yoga, the quietness makes me think of everything that is still pending.
Oh my gosh.
It's so quiet, and I'm like, okay, I forgot this. I need to do that. I need to. What did I just do?
Do you practice meditation?
No, I can't.
You can't.
No, I can't.
So the Emirates Woman cover is just out. It's everywhere. I want to talk about the image that you created. I don't know what's the brief. I know the headline.
Yeah.
Talk to me about the faces of the women inside the flowers.
The idea was to represent more than one woman, to represent all women in the UAE and how they're taking it, all women in the GCC and how they're taking it. So I put hints into the flowers. I don't know if you could see the face, but it's there. There are like 3 faces in there.
Yeah, I could see the faces, exactly.
So,
But your husband apparently didn't see them.
at the first time, yes. I told him, did you see? And he's like, where are they? I don't see them. So that was the first reaction. And then I pointed them out.
Interesting.
But the entire creation of that piece was very difficult. It wasn't an easy process.
I want to ask you about it. It feels very effortless as your work does. It feels like it just comes out of you. So talk to me about the process.
Because I'm very tough on myself. And especially if it's a commission.
Okay.
If it's with a specific brief, then it becomes tough. But when it's just me on my own and doing whatever I like, it's easy and smooth. And I'll be happy with the outcome easily. But when it's a direct request, then it's a different story. Because I'll always go back and say, no, it's not good enough. I have to work more. No, I don't like the way her eye is shaped. Change the eye. And then I'd call my husband and say, Jalal, what do you think? Is it good? Maybe change here and change there. And then I go back again, back and forth, until I won't say 100% satisfied. I'll say 80% satisfied, and then I'll send it to the client.
Wallah, I think it's good enough. Even in our work, I always think if I'm happy with something for about 5 minutes before I start picking it apart, if I really got excited, that means it's good.
See, I'll tell you now, when I look at it, I say I could have done something better.
Of course, but that's okay. That's okay. That's because you are one of those terrible creative people that you have to deal with every day.
Yes.
Emotional, full of what ifs and all the rest of it. Then we need another cover, basically.
But then you have some creative who are really beautiful to work with.
Yeah.
They're like feathers. So light-hearted, so easy to deal
I haven't
with.
met a lot of those.
I have, in my career, I have.
That's amazing.
And those are the people I go back to. Whenever there is an opportunity, I go back to.
Yeah.
But the ones who are so difficult and sometimes are mean.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
But there's the emotions as well.
I stay away.
Yeah.
I'm not ready for the drama and I don't have time for it. I have a deadline.
Yeah.
And I need to finish the job.
Yeah, I love the way you're talking about the work side of the creativity, because creative business...
See, I'll tell you.
Tell me.
An incident. So once I had this miscommunication with one artist, and she was rude to me and she wasn't pleasant.
Okay.
And then this was in a personal exhibition that I worked on. That I was curating. And then comes to the official job where I was working back then, they asked me to put some names in. And I put her name in because the category, it was fitting her line of work.
Perfect.
So, and for me, I had to be fair.
Of course.
And I cannot put personal feelings into my work.
True.
So I put her name in. And then they told me why. She did this and that to you. And I said, no problem. That was a personal exhibition.
Yeah.
This is for the government. This is a different story.
Yeah.
And it is within her right to be mentioned.
Yeah, but see.
So then she goes into this, and then she creates a problem.
Oh no. So you, with all your good intentions, you
She
still
creates a
brought this-
problem, and then a big issue happens, and then she ends up dropping out of the project.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I don't know.
No,
what's
but
that.
you did the right thing.
Yeah.
Because in
But-
your curatorial capacity.
But I learned my lesson. Never to do it
Yeah.
again, because then, as the curator, they came to me and they said, "You chose her.
Yeah.
You brought her into this project."
Well, then maybe there was some unfinished business there. Maybe you really had to.
The incident that happened wasn't with me.
Oh
it was with
my
another artist.
Oh my God. Maybe she needs some therapy.
Maybe.
Yeah.
But you see, it's like they told me, "You brought her in."
Yes.
Yeah.
It's complicated, isn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, when you think about anything creative, when you have this brief, you are being brought on to bring so much of yourself into it. Sometimes
True.
it's hard to detach, isn't it?
True, true. It is. And sometimes with specific commissions or specific briefs,
Yeah.
some artists don't take it easily.
No.
Because they say, okay, this is my interpretation. This is how I see it.
Yes.
And then me as a curator, I come and say, but there is a story to be told here. And you are the artist that will carry on the story. I'm the curator. So you need to tell the story on my behalf. If you go out of the story, then what's the point?
100%. I mean, said so simply, but very hard to grapple with as
And
an
then
artist.
some artists say, okay, yeah, I get it.
Yeah.
And then other artists say, sorry, this is the way I am, take it or leave it. And then this comes when? Immediately before the opening of the exhibition. And now comes Sumayyah, replace the artist. And ask another artist for an artwork within 24 hours.
It's quite stressful.
Very stressful.
I think some of these artists are clearly more suited to solo shows. You know,
Yeah.
Curatorial journeys and telling a story and weaving those beautiful narratives, curating, bringing people together with different perspectives, backgrounds, all the rest of it, male, female energies,
Yeah.
different mediums, all of those things. I mean, it's
in
complex.
one of my shows,
Tell me.
two artists got to know each other and got married.
No.
Yes.
Oh my God.
So that was nice, yeah. And it was like, I brought them together.
Oh my gosh. Like you're an art cupid. Oh my
and
gosh.
then you have the groups that have been together until today, and they're still, exhibiting together. There are some groups that are working together now because of the programs that I've done. So I'm happy about that.
Yeah, but what I'm loving is the fact that it's so much bigger than you. You find a lot of joy. It's clear by your words.
I love what I do.
Right?
I walk through Comic-Con and I find artists.
That's amazing.
And they say, oh, I'm a comic artist. I don't do paintings. Now you will do.
Oh,
I
see,
will commission
that's
you. Now you
funny.
will do, yeah.
Yeah, so my daughter, she's also an artist painting and a digital artist. So it's very interesting that you're seeing those parallels.
Yes, because an artist is an artist.
Artist
Why
is an
box
artist.
yourself?
Yes, 100%.
You can do anything. You're a creative person.
Yes.
Put your creativity in it.
Okay. I
Yeah,
don't
yeah.
believe you that you don't have. I mean, I'm sure on your computer is full of artwork.
Yes,
There's got to be another show in you.
inshallah.
No, there is.
I have a friend of mine who's also a curator. She wants to curate a solo for me. And she says, Sumayyah, I'll do a retrospective. I said, inshallah, okay, I don't mind. Find the place,
Yeah.
find the time,
Yeah.
and I'm ready to work.
Amazing.
So hopefully, let's see.
Okay. You've said your quest is to build bridges.
Yes.
To make art less intimidating and to create access. That's a different motivation in just advancing your own work or your own story, and we already got well beyond this. But is there a shift? Was there a time that there was this shift from just you to having a bit more of an all perspective, all encompassing?
In what way do you mean?
You know, like the idea of building bridges, it's not about you.
No.
At all.
No, it's not.
At all.
It's about giving opportunities.
Yes.
And letting people see what is inside them and how can they express, and at the same time, their skills and their maybe building a new future for themselves. I'll give you an example.
Yes.
I had an exhibition opening, and there's this girl whom I found on Instagram.
Oh my God.
I loved her work.
That's amazing.
So I invited her to exhibit. And she sent me some artworks. They were nice. And I said, okay, yalla, bring your artworks. We will have them up. So the day of the opening, I didn't know anything about her. All I knew is what I saw on Instagram. And it was her first show.
Amazing.
So the day of the opening, her mother comes to me and she says, my daughter can't hear.
No.
And you don't know, what did you do to her? You gave her life.
Oh my God.
You gave her an opportunity nobody else ever gave her. And since then, she has been in different exhibitions and she majored in a design career.
Oh my gosh.
And then I also again commissioned her for another exhibition.
Okay, what is it that you saw from a little tiny Instagram post? What did you see?
I saw her work. I loved it. I saw her talent. She's talented.
Oh my gosh, we have to put the inserts of her work.
So her mom was crying of happiness that there's something that her daughter can do. She has a future.
That's incredible.
And the last time I spoke to her, she said, I am studying in the design institution. And she's doing well, mashallah.
That's an incredible blessing. What beautiful energy is coming back to you.
And once I had this father calling, because there's also another girl who we approached.
Yeah.
I asked my colleague in my team to approach her, to send her a message, tell her that there is an exhibition happening at so-and-so place. We would like to, have you part of the exhibition.
Yeah.
And then a phone call comes in, because under the email, there's a phone call of the office.
Sure.
Phone call comes in. Where is this? Why did you email my daughter?
Oh my gosh.
Who are you? And that was the mother.
Okay.
So then the daughter does the work and we print it, we hang it. The day of the opening, she comes with her dad.
Oh my gosh.
So the father comes in and he says, this is it? And we said, yes, what did you think? He said, I thought it was a scam.
No. Oh my gosh.
So
That's
yeah, that was a
crazy.
story also. That was a nice story, to be honest. Yeah, it was fun. Yeah, and to
It's
see
very
to see his
interesting.
reaction, his face.
I know, but it's kind of a bit, takes you back a little bit because you think, you don't know what your child is doing.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
you don't really appreciate, you don't see it.
Oh, they don't even know that.
see it.
They don't know that she has an account and that she's an artist. That she draws and she posts on Instagram. Maybe they don't know that.
I mean,
Yeah, there are many girls who do it behind their parents' back. Yeah, because some parents still think that,
Yeah.
okay, I don't want my daughter to be known, I don't want her face to be shown, I don't
I
want
mean,
her
you
name
can
to
be
be
an
out there.
artist and still
Yeah,
have
there are some artists that I know who are.
discretion
Yes.
or
don't have their
traditional
pictures up,
values
yes,
or
yes.
whatever. I think you
And
can
sometimes
live
also parents don't see it as a career, because how does it make them money?
100%. Yes, yes.
How will it make them monthly income?
And they're worried that their child is not good enough, is going to be disappointed, rather than pushing them
Yeah.
to pursue.
They were telling me, oh, how many paintings will you sell a day? If you take art as a career. Which is true. How many paintings will I sell a day?
I don't know. But it's like you said, it's that leap of faith.
Yeah, yeah,
And
yeah.
look where it's taken you.
Yeah, thank God, yes.
You
Yes,
know?
yeah.
But look,
It's, you see, you take the path of an artist, but still you take the management part of it. Because I continued my studies
but
and I
see,
took
you're a different story.
I
you
took
know?
my master's degree in
Yeah.
the creative industries,
Yeah.
in museum management. So I also took that path and
Yes.
curatorial studies.
Yes.
So as a person, as an individual, you can't just say I'm only an artist. You have to have your hand in every little thing so you can succeed in life.
Habibti, there's not a lot of yous out there. Let me tell you. Okay, I want to ask you this question. If someone stands in front of one of your pieces and feels nothing and walks away, and someone else stands in front of the same piece of work and feels very moved, it doesn't matter how they feel moved, what do you think is the difference between these two people?
Oh, one who is very in touch with his own emotions, and another who doesn't have emotions, or maybe does have emotion but doesn't see,
Yeah.
what's in the painting. So you have all kinds of people. I heard so many things about my works. Some people come and tell me, "Oh, what is this? Digital art is just copy and paste."
Oh,
Yeah,
This is a big
then you have
discussion
other
now,
people who come and tell
globally.
me, "Oh, Sumayyah, it's just a click of a button." Or you just move your mouse and everything happens. So you have so many different mentalities that you have to deal with.
What do you think is the most exciting thing that's happening now in the space, particularly of digital art?
Oh, so many exciting things, especially with AI.
Yeah.
It has opened up a lot of opportunities. So it's endless. With the cover that I did for Emirates Women, AI is there.
Yeah.
So it wasn't me only, it's me with the support of AI.
Yeah, but this is the most beautiful kind of workflows are when there's that cross-pollination of ideas, you
Yes,
know.
yes.
Of course your touch is there and it's all coming from you, but there are things that AI can do that is very difficult.
It's, I won't say difficult, but instead of spending a whole week,
Yeah.
the AI gives it to you in a split second.
And what do you feel about the pushback of
Yeah.
traditional? Because you have one foot in tradition, one foot in digital. You understand both the artist's
See,
perspective.
I'm not a freehand artist.
Yeah.
Don't give me a canvas and a brush and expect a painting. That won't happen.
Yeah.
But what happens with AI is you have to have, let's say 80% is your work,
Yeah.
10% may be AI, but
Yeah.
at the same time, it has to be authentic. It
Yeah.
has to be real. It has to be
It's more
mainly
challenging in
you.
some ways.
Very challenging because the AI is not that smart.
Yeah, for sure.
So
Yeah.
it doesn't give you exactly what you want. No matter how many times you type it in,
Yeah.
you will always get something that is different. Not 100% what you asked for. So you also have to, get in, fix it, and then ask the AI again, and then again, and then again, and still at the end, you will end up doing it all. That's the honest truth.
But as a curator, of course, you have a vast appreciation.
And you see the cover of the lady
Yes.
for Emirates Women.
Yeah.
The face is made of 5 different women
Yeah, interesting.
because AI couldn't give me the woman that I want.
Yeah.
And then also the jewelry, the outfit that she was wearing, the flowers on her head.
Yeah.
I had to keep on changing and cutting it out and then putting it in a different way and then changing the color, the lighting. All of that I had to do.
Yeah, of
it wasn't
course,
ready through
of
it
course.
because the AI couldn't give me what I wanted.
Yeah.
But at least it saved me hours.
A lot of time.
Yeah,
A
but
lot of
still,
time.
the work took a lot of hours.
Yeah, I have no doubt. I mean, there's this misconception that creating with AI is very quick and it saves a lot of time and resources in some aspects. But yes, the iterations.
Yes.
I think what's really interesting now is understanding how to build an environment for AI that's kind of your environment.
Yes,
and
yes.
I think we're on the cusp of that technology now. It will be very interesting for you.
It will be.
Right?
Very much, yes.
As a curator, do you mix together traditional and digital works? Is that something that you...
Yes,
Yeah?
I do very much.
That's
depending
interesting.
on the concept of the exhibition and
Yeah,
the theme.
yeah.
So sometimes you'll find filmmakers with photographers, with the sculptors, with traditional painters, digital
Beautiful.
artists, all in one show.
Beautiful, but you find the thread.
Oh yes.
That's amazing.
And the common thread usually is the story.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And how do you build that story? How does that come to you? I mean, sometimes maybe you're being asked to do something particular on a certain topic.
Yes.
But is there another way that you come at a curatorial?
Yeah, it depends on sometimes where I go and what I see.
Yeah.
So ideas come, and I think that, okay, what if, I remember once I said in the art history,
Yeah.
we have the Mona Lisa and we have so many different very, very famous paintings.
Yeah.
So what if those paintings were done out of the Middle East, not Europe?
Interesting.
Then what? How will the paintings would have looked like? So these ideas come to mind.
Yeah.
And that's how exhibitions, start being created in my brain.
Is there something big that's on the horizon or something that you want to do that you haven't done yet?
Haven't done yet.
I'm sure there's a lot, but
I have so many ideas, so many things that I want to do.
yeah.
Man, I can't put one thing, but there are some exhibitions coming up that I'm
Yeah.
working on.
Amazing.
Group exhibitions. But personally, I'm excited about my fashion line at the moment.
Amazing.
So I'm looking forward to the next collection that's going to be up for sale. excited about that, line of my business.
Beautiful.
And hopefully I get to sell it not only in the UAE, but also on an international platform.
I have no doubt in you and your capabilities at all. Oh, I'm very excited to see more on that.
Thank you.
Please make sure that we know.
I will.
If you have a kind of a motto or a piece of advice to a young artist, we would love to hear that.
If there is a will, there is a way. Believe in yourself. Take that leap of faith. And just please remove the word scared out of your dictionary. There's no fear. Fear of what? At the end, we are protected.
Yeah.
And if we fail, we learn. So it's good to fail. It's not a bad thing. It's an excellent thing.
That's beautiful. Thank you so much for this time
Thank you
together.
for having me.
Oh my gosh. First of many.
Habibti,
Thank you
so much.
Thank you.